that's it, had 2 coats of the seam sealer and the masking tapes off it. So you can see what I've done, because it's the grey obviously. So basically just every seam went round. And that's it, ready for its second coat of paint now. Kev has said that I could get the use of the workshop for the next couple of weeks, but first I'm going to have to clean all this out. Right, now I've cleaned up enough room to get a T4 in. Obviously, before I can move the van into the workshop, I need to get a wheel on. It's freezing today, by the way. Wind chill factor up here is brutal, and I need to put a steering wheel on, so I'm going to go and do that. I'm now driving roughly an hour round trip to the farm to collect my grinder and extension cable, because I was too lazy to drive back 5 minutes last night to go and get it. I'm doing a body cut today on my donor van to get some bits for my van, so I have to go get it. Here's a quick look at the donor vehicle. As you can see, I've had that bit before. There's where I've taken the outer wing. Now I'm coming back for this bit. Unfortunately, the cross member's pretty, outrigger sorry, is pretty knackered. And I've had the outer wing on that side, inner wing on that side. Right, I've got the radiator held up a wee bit better. I have a wheel on with some air in it, and I have a steering wheel on, and I have a seat. The only thing I don't have is cooling in the van, so this has to be a very short trip. Right, the van is in the workshop. And I've given that another coat of paint. It took about 6 of us to push it in yesterday because of the flat tyres and rusty brakes, etc. Here is the body cut bit that I got, and all I'm really wanting is this like piece here, because on my van that is not original. I would have liked to use the front outrigger. As you could see, it's rotten. I can't really see the point in doing mine, because mine have been replaced with a bit of box section, which if anything is going to be stronger than 1mm steel. So I think I'm just going to keep that in and just do the floor bit off it. But I'm gonna obviously tidy the floor bit up. I prepped that on the back side the last time I was here with well through primer. That's me got it kind of clamped where it needs to be just now. Looking ahead to just say that I've got that done. I was looking at this side because I have to do a repair at the back, but I can't see why I've cut so much of this out, because I don't have a replacement piece for it. On the this is another thing. This is a driver's side panel. This has been sent wrong. This should have been a passenger side, so this has been sent wrong. So So that side's best really meant to be there. So my predicament is I'm going to have to cut this here anyway to make it work. And obviously I've got so much of this that I could cut it here and that would work. So really all I'm taking is this kind of bit from it. But in order to do that, I'm going to have to clean this up, I think. And as you can see from the back side, it has issues. So I'm going to have to refabricate bits on this, I think. Right, there I've cleaned that up. Well, as good as it needs to be cleaned up. You can see the back's still bad. In order to use this, that's obviously where it's come from. I don't know why I've cut so much out the van, but I have anyway. I'm going to have to live with it now. As you can see, there's been a repair here, across here, right the way along here, and then a repair on top of that repair here. I'll show you it for the back side. So that's been the bit, that's the bit on the, like the pillar. This is original steel. This is original steel. Then this bit here, which goes all the way along, is a repair. And then this is the bottom piece, which is patched over the top of that. So this profile is totally wrong. But this bit, which is the bit I need, is not too bad. Obviously you can see it's rusty there, so I'm going to have to do some repairs to it. So I'm going to go ahead and start repairing that just now. I have a replacement panel for here, so I don't actually need this bit. So I'm going to, that's the first thing, is to take that off. Right, I've drilled out these spot welds here and I've cut through it here obviously because this piece is okay, although I don't need this bit. I want to keep this edge. So I'm going to cut this down here as well and take this piece off. Right, so I've got that separated. Just pull apart. So that's original. Like I say, I need this edge as well. So I have to make this bit. I'll have to make this corner. But I'll make this profile first, I think. Alright, I've cut out a bit of sheet steel that's bigger than what I need. This has got a nice factory cut, if you like, shop cut, flat edge on it, which I think they do with a guillotine. So that's going to give me this nice flat edge here. And basically I'm going to copy that rounded profile from that. So I've had a bit of a balance in that. So this profile. The first way I'm going to do that is to start at the bottom, like I said, and put that pretty much 90-degree curve in it. And there it is, folded over, just using the vise and a hammer. In order to get this smoother radius, I've clamped a bit of bed pole in the vise just to get a smooth, a more of a radius than the tight 90 that the vise would give. I'll just fold that around by hand, and I'll spring back a little, and that should be pretty much it.
It'll be fun, they say.
And there's that profile there. So just this top edge to do, which I'll do much the same way. I was forgetting about my Fitzy's homemade tool, so I'm going to fold it over on that. There it is, formed in. It's not perfect, but it's good enough, it's close enough, it's better than what is there. Right, so I went ahead and cut that bit off. As you can see, I just cut along the weld, so none of that was original T4 steel anyway. I cut this little patch off here. So apart from this welded bit here, and there's a little welded bit here, and the weld that runs along here, all this is back to original T4 steel. So I'm going to try and salvage. We'll clean all that weld off, and then see what I have to do to patch it to repair it. Right, well, I've got most of those welds cleaned back. I've run out of sanding belts again, so I am going to stop the video there and see you guys next time.